the reason why we chose to say goodbye, but I can't help my feelings. Right now, I can't deny you never left my mind, and now my heart is bleeding. Why did I have to break it up? Guess I was just a young girl living in a dream world. I thought that I'd be better off, but now I pay the price I do. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always on my mind. Thought you'd be gone by tomorrow, but you're still there tomorrow, and the next day, the next day. I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways. When I lay down at night, I miss you by my side, telling me about your secrets. I dream and fantasize that I come by your house, telling you about my regrets. Why did I have to break it up? Guess I was way too shallow, my mind was way too narrow. I thought that I'd be better off, but now I pay the price I do. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always on my mind. Thought you'd be gone by tomorrow, but you're still there tomorrow, and the next day, the next day. I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways. I know why we say goodbye, but can we turn that bye into hello? I know how to love you now. No matter what I do, I can't let go. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always on my mind. Thought you'd be gone by tomorrow, but you're still there tomorrow, and the next day, the next day. I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways. Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. just can't stop thinking about you. You got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in on it. You're the reason I can't get out my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. 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 I just can't stop thinking about you.
Head underwater, falling back into you. I thought we'd be smarter, but got nothing left to lose. You said you fall with me, no matter how far it goes. Down deep and under, we're stuck in this pattern, but I need you close. All I ever wanted was for you to prove me wrong. You're changing our colors again and again. I could never let you go. Something about you feels so different, makes me wanna risk it. Every time I look at you, you pull me back into your river. Swim a little deeper, I don't need to breathe with my head underwater. The reasons, I'm not sure I really care. We're all of our demons, and they never disappear. I will forgive you if you've forgiven me. We're stuck in this pattern, but I need you close. All I ever wanted was for you to prove me wrong. You're changing our colors again and again. I could never let you go. Something about you feels so different, makes me wanna risk it. Every time I look at you, you pull me back into your river. Swim a little deeper, I don't need to breathe with my head underwater.
Is absolute dynamite, and boom it goes!
And boom, the layout goes! Slusta and Decran are on the move. To Decran! Good morning and welcome to Grasshoppers RFC here in London. We're going live for the London Invite, kicking off the first day of official competition. We're starting in the women's division. LMU, the London Masters Ultimate, taking on the Stingrays, and that's a national team in the under-24 division, representing Australia, of course. They are here with preparation in mind leading into the World Under-24 Championships next week in Logroño, Spain. But today they're taking on one of the hosts, not a host team of the tournament, but a host team of the City of London, London Masters. And we are officially underway. My name's Stef and Pazzo Thanks for joining us here on ULTI.TV. And I will be prompting you as we go through the day to make sure you can enjoy all the action. Osmond kicks things off. Lee. And Tessa Osmond again. Victoria Lee. And it's the Stingrays with the first possession here. Sleeth. And the shot does hit. That is very, very close. They're going to have a conversation about that one. The out was called. I think that was the right call. The throw there by Olivia Hanrahan. And now it's LMU coming from their end. Fisk. Fisk fires too low. Short field for the Stingers. Kim moves quickly. And it's Osmond again. Osmond gets a small gainer to Hanrahan. She scoops the other way. Gets a bid, but it's too far. A little bit of an odd angle scoober. LMU tries to chunk big yards and big layout there by Cheska Weddle. Leading throw to Fisk. Fisk winds up. And Kulikoshka goes up line. Van Kraken. Another left hand. Tidy. Kwok keeps it in possession. Kwok fires, hits. Oh no! The hand just in front takes it away. Nice denial by the Stingrays. High one floats. And well taken there. Ripped out of the sky. Maya Osmond kicks to the far sideline. Kim. Initiates, takes the under to Lee. Lee sees open to Hanrahan. Hanrahan, and there is the intercept, charging through Kulikovska. Credited for the D and fires the shot for goal. Cheska Weddle underneath. 1-0 break for LMU to open things up. As we have another look at this first score going to break, I remind you that all this action is available on your More membership pass. Hope that you have joined. If not, now's the time. Follow the prompts, hit that button, and do your part so that you can follow the entire tournament here, 30 more games with your membership. And LMU chase another pull And Stingrays pick it up. Stiff morning breeze. Here in London. Boxer. Takes to Jiang. And then the under comes by Conning. Conning throws low, and then it's mishandled. Jiang with not much of a chance. Thompson picks up, takes to the sideline, gets a gainer, chipping forward. Nevitt floats one, end zone taken. And Jenna Thompson doing Jenna Thompson things out there. Taking down another break for LMU as they open up strong against the Stingrays side. Mike Neal. Mikey. Mike. So 2-0 as we get into this one. All sorts of internationals around the field today. It's a great place to be here at Grasshoppers, watching the world converge. I've just wrangled in coach of the Goannas, Mike Neal. Mikey, how are you?
Happy Saturday. Welcome to the London Invite.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see you.
Yeah, great to see you. Mikey, one of the greats from down under, now becoming a great as a bench boss, taking the youth on missions here. How the Goannas feeling? We're watching the Stingrays, of course, but Goannas feeling ready to hit the ground running here?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you say, it is not about the Goannas right now. It's about the Frisbee community. It's about Cat Buxer, Stingray.
Well, then tell us a bit about what can you tell us about the Stingray team, the culture, a little bit of what they're about. You were a Stingray coach the last iteration in Nottingham.
Yes. 2 years ago, we were right here at these wonderful fields at the Grasshoppers with the Stingrays playing, and it was sensational build-up. And I think the interesting challenge for all these under-24 teams is to try and take whatever momentum you had last time and drag it forward 2 years later, or completely break whatever momentum you had if it was poor and try and fix it.
Yeah, right. Well, I know that they did have some great momentum, and here they go with some momentum at their third possession. They've got their hands full with a very strong veteran London Masters Ultimate team here, but Sleeth kicks it to the far sideline, gets it again in the middle.
That's Thea Osmond here, handling in that middle position. Played last year or 2 years ago on the Stingrays.
We've got two Osmonds. Are they of relation?
They're related. Yeah, Thea's the elder one. As I said, played for the Stingrays 2 years ago, and her younger sister just turned her back on a fairly successful soccer career.
Oh, wow. Well, that's
come and play Frisbee.
Some good love of the sport. And the good luck that's brought by Mikey, I know he's got to go. I headlocked him to get him in here, so if we get him for another point, but Mike Neal sits down. The Stingrays seemingly score, but do we have a conversation?
We have a conversation. There's some kind of obstruction to that goal. Yeah, it's a fascinating thing to watch these junior teams, under 24, playing a seasoned, open age, Masters experienced team. I mean, the common narrative is you've got this wisdom versus this youthful exuberance, and which one comes up on top. But it's not always true, isn't it? Like there's physical competency in the hardened bodies of the elite older players. Yeah. Not that I'm an elite older hardened player to build that up, but and then there's these moments of wisdom and poise with the youth team. But it does make for a fascinating contest at these tournaments.
It certainly does. I love seeing it. I mean, I think it's great. The Aussies is their second year in a row. They've found a way to, or second time, not year in a row, found a way to get to this tournament, use it as a prep ground. You'll probably have some wound licking to do in the interim and in between the end of this tournament and the day you get going in Logroño, but the experience taken and to be able to have a hard hit this close to the tournament is invaluable, most certainly.
2 cycles in a row. The Frisbee gods have divined to have this wonderful thing 1 week before the World Championships in Europe. It is brilliant. I mean, it's sensational preparation. And certainly, I mean, I think I'd speak on behalf of all the Australian teams. We're really grateful to be included, to be invited and to be included.
And we've had a great Australian audience. I know that they were watching ULTI.TV for the Australian National Championship this year, and a lot of them have stayed on, and a lot more people joining to watch 4 Australian teams here, a full delegate competing at the London Invite.
Yeah, get your subscription to the ULTI.TV. Keep your subscription to the ULTI.TV. That is a nice shaped throw.
Ooh, just a bit too far. You're right, it was a nice throw. I thought it was going to be all good. Sophie Bevan throws the body, but inches shy, centimeters for those that measure in metric.
There's quite a reasonable downwind heading the way that the British team is going, and so you do have to put some height onto that throw going down the wind. You can see that just start to accelerate away at the end of the throw.
And here come the Aussies. Ung takes the opening throw.
Defensive offense, Stef.
Defensive offense.
The challenge for the under-24 team.
Like D-line offense, that's what you mean?
D-line offense, yeah, D-line offense.
Well, this time they only get 3 throws deep, and LMU get a reasonably short field to look at to attack into. Little shoulder shimmy there and a fire, and that one sticks for LMU. Another goal on the board. They're coming out hot here.
That's such a tough position to be in when you're standing at the front, like the front of the end zone. You're marking your play, you're taking the open side away, and then an excellent piece of throwing creates that break side space that you just cannot defend.
So, Mikey, you guys heading down 3 teams, a full delegate to Logroño, the Blue Bottles, the Stingrays, the Goannas. What kind of full delegate cohesion do you guys have? Is there any mantra about it? Is there anything that you guys are, outwardly doing together as one?
Yeah, it's disparate as heck, mate. There's no connection. There's no unity. We're a fractured group of teams. We're barely clinging to our national identity. But this tournament, the World Championships, is where we come together. And so I suppose, you know what they did? They had a picnic yesterday.
All 3 teams?
All 3 teams.
Hey, there's some unity, some cohesion.
Like, so the British sun was up, the grass was green, they were together, they played hacky sack, and it's all positive.
Not much more you can ask than that.
There is, I don't know if this is interesting to anyone at all, but I mean, there's always this like Team Australia conversation. Are we Team Australia or are we 3 individual teams? At the open age or also here at the under-24s, and how do you get it together? Do you get camps going at the same weekend, the same locations, or do you just do what's right for your particular group? This cycle, 2 years, like this set of under-24 teams, each individual team's much more autonomous, doing their own thing. But on the sideline of this Stingrays game, there's 22 Goannas over there, pretty excited, pretty invested.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I remember in 2016 when I left Australia, there was Nationals, and I forget the host city, but before everybody took off to London Worlds, there was a meeting, and you were the speaker at the meeting, and I remember I poked my head in uninvited, and I remember part of your speech saying how important it was for the delegation to be as one, and for everybody to be backing one another up, and to be on the sideline for one another, and so much more, and surely in a much more eloquent way than I just summed it up in about 30 seconds there. But I remembered that, and I thought it was very special for a full delegation going to World Championships, and we'll hope that kind of full team support is available at the tournament and forevermore for these kind of World Championship events.
In the sport, the Frisbee itself, the plastic disc, it is incredible, the way it moves, and so the game is wonderful. But the Frisbee community really is what keeps a lot of us here, and so that's a nice block.
Yeah, that is a
Slash
nice
foul.
We do have a foul. It was who is that?
It's Kat Buxer.
Kat Buxer chucking the body.
She's chucking the body, mate.
Where's she play? Do you know where she plays in Australia?
Yeah, she's from Victoria and has been on a couple of the clubs down there in Victoria.
Okay.
And was on the Stingrays last time as a 17-year-old.
And I think it was a bit. I think she caught her just enough of there.
Fair bit of arm.
I agree with that foul.
Yeah. I think she'd be one of the leaders here. Like, she'd be one of the more physically dominant people on the Stingrays team. And they will need her to make those kinds of plays. Today, against LMU, but then also at the World Championships next week.
More importantly, of course, in the grand scheme of things, treble. Leads for Jenna Thompson. She gets down and then impressively back up to her feet very quickly.
Always been an explosive person, Jenna.
Yeah.
And able to move herself there pretty effectively. All right, Stef. What a treat. Thanks for having me.
It is a great treat to have Mike Neal. Thank you. I hope we can share a libation at some stage over the course of the weekend when the coat of arms is not donned. But if not, more than happy to have just had you in the booth and get a conversation. Let's see if this one ends. No, another chance still for the Stingrays as we bid adieu to Mike Neal. Thanks for joining us.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Well, with Mike on his way out, you are stuck with me. Big shot, looks good, hits perfectly. What a throw. That was a howitzer out of the hands of Megan Lee in the 33 shirt. And we'll look forward to seeing that one again.
Yes, 100%. This is scorekeeper, and I know this is going to be a
3-2 the score line, 17 minutes into the game. Australia's Stingrays taking on LMU. Scoreboard updated. Sorry for that error. Obviously some Stingers fans out there. LMU on the wind up. Leads again, Weddle. Weddle fires forward and intercepts in the end zone for the Stingrays. Cuts out to the side, full swing to Sleeth. Dump space, a couple head nods directing traffic, and the Stingrays connect. Woo, nice hand there, a little bit of contact. Jenna Kim hangs on as both bodies tumble. Weddle in a bit of despair. She will call the injury and come off of her own volition. And tapped back into play. Ford, the replacement. Hanrahan. To Kim. Kim leads to Hanrahan. Motions the wind up and then centers to Sleeth. Osmond takes one in the middle. Hannah Shears leads. And Osmond throws into traffic, and that one given back. High take there. Strong hands, leaned in and The defense was coming, but unable to take from Maeta. Next throw does go, though, and to the other team. Quick hands by Osman. Sent deep, hits for the goal. Emmer Spears. And we're all tied. Oh, goodness, that was not a goal. I did not see that go through the hands. It looked, on my first look, like we got one there. Sorry for the missed call. And now it's given back as the turnovers mount. And Stingrays charging down to the end zone on the line. Oh, and some contact I thought there, but no call. Another turnover. And now a big gainer. LMU take it to half. Bevan leads. Maeta fakes and looks back to center. Eyes still upfield, gives the OI, but the help defense peels off. And that is taken away. From their own end now. Stingrays trying to navigate. And they do get around, but finding some trouble getting out of their end so far. Break throw will give them a bit more room. Osmond. Osmond goes back to center. Hits far side. Take, well taken. And pick called. LMU the other way. Leading throw forward. On the doorstep, and the long point settles with a goal for LMU. That'll make it 4-2 as the veterans keep putting it to the youth here. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching a members only game, thank you for doing as much. But we want your support always and forever. Stay with us, be with us, grow with us. Lots and lots of action today. Women's open, mixed, back to back to back to back. All the way till the showcase games this evening. Of course, one big one I'm excited about is the 7:40 p.m. Mixed division has some big matchups, but one in particular that I've got my eye on, the Tokay SuperTeam taking on Team USA. That promises to be a humdinger, but so many worthy of watching from here, from now till then. Stingrays moving the disc around. Low catch there. Gao. Chisels to Ung, and then a turnover eventuates. LMU pick up here. High take by Weddle. Weddle leads forward. Nice under. That's Kolkowska, and then the shot for goal. Well defended enough, knocked away. And the Stingrays will go the other way once more. Towed to the line and coughed up. Short field now, LMU. Big chance to take advantage. Anders picks up and easy into the corner, finds Weddle after a shimmy, and that'll make it 5-2 now for LMU. Very much a Frisbee's who's who going on in London this week, with the stars of the World Games teams drawing a lot of attention, and there's so many great club teams, so many great under-24 teams, but there is really a buzz about the World Games teams being here. And the mixed division is drawing a fair bit of attention, but that is not to draw any attention away from Anson Chun and the Stingrays and the under-24s in this division here. It is getting stronger and stronger every year here in London. Teams lining up to get invited, but it is still an invite tournament. Teams that will fit best are invited every year, and this year there was a lot of eagerness to get into this one, with its proximity just prior to under-24s. Coming together to ensure that it was for the World Games. So the Stingrays. Oh, and an early bobble there. LMU are in very good position now. Ford. Low throw. There is a bit, but it's a bit too low for any chance. Poliquin did throw the body, but was not availed much of a chance as the Stingrays go the other way. Trying to get out of trouble. Does get the leading throw. Boxer goes into the dump space. And Koning. Right back to Lee. Lee quickly bounces far as sideline and fired, but it's Joe Hamer who comes running through, shutting the doors. The wind took away a bit too much on that one. The shot for goal from Lee. Jenna Thompson, and she's going to get some field position out of that, but not much more. Ha. Ha. Back to Lee. Boxer. And Jiang. They're charging down towards the goal line here. Patient on this possession. Great throwing prowess out of Megan Lee. She had that howitzer of a forehand before, but showing great form time and time again. That time another bobble. And LMU take over. These are the kind of reps close to tournament time that will be invaluable for the Stingrays. As much as those bobbles are getting out, they are giving them a chance to recognize how close they can stay in these games if they can prevent them, and how easy, in fact, they may be. A timeout taken by the Stingrays after that one. And they've got some thinking about. So we're going to take ourselves to a short break here, too. After this replay. And we'll be back with action. An invite just after this. Shopping Zillow and need a trusted resource for your real estate questions? Want to check on loan pre-approval? Reach out to HomeForce, an all-in-one home buying service engineered for ultimate players, fans, and friends. The HomeForce team provides services in real estate, mortgage financing, insurance, and much more. No pressure, no commitment, just trusted advice. I'm Stef Pazzo, and I must eat.
Sometimes commentator, sometimes food eater.
On my ultimate travels in 2023, I sampled culinary classics from all across Europe.
Oh, wow.
Guided by some of your favorite ultimate players.
That's the Dutch hospitality for you right there.
I'll give you an insight into the secret spots that only the locals know of.
Are these the best schnitzels in Vienna?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Go find Stef Pazzo on YouTube. Like and subscribe and follow the European Ultimate Must Eat series.
What are they, spaceships from Mars? No, they're Frisbees. Watch it soar. It flies way around like a bird. You can even run for a pass. You can play all kinds of games. Isn't it amazing? Frisbee Flying Saucer. Yours at toy, drug, and department stores.
Five. LMU up on the Stingrays. Timeout by Coach Anson Chun. See if they can make some appropriate adjustments. And you see the final adjustments. LMU pull again to the Stingray. We are 30. Stingrays create some zone defense now, and Stingrays called the timeout, and then LMU does the defensive adjustment. I do really love that as a counter to the timeout, because especially with a young team, you know the timeout will come and they're going to say, hey, let's work on what's not working against what we're seeing. A nice veteran move to say, well, let's make sure they come back. Turnover is generated, and LMU will get a counter option here. Sent and caught just before the sideline. Next throw, though, from Jenna Kim was not perfectly measured. It's turned over, and Helena Anders sends to the end zone. Too high, just slips out of the hands. Zone set, Nichols on the pickup. Fisk. Inside throw, hits. Kalikowska. Goes all the way across and gets a catch. With the defense draped, Alperin hangs on and cashes in for the goal as LMU. And after the timeout, another one on the board against this youth unit from Australia. Here's another look. Great throw. It is windy enough out here. It's gusty. It's a strong or stiff breeze, I would say. Definitely windier right now than at any point yesterday by my memory, if my memory serves, but I'll tell you, my memory has let me down from time to time over the last couple of years. But whose doesn't, right? Stingrays staff, well-staffed outfit, of course. Any national team. I know Australian national teams have full administrative units, 3 coaches in many cases, managers, physios. I would say 5 or 6 is, I would say 6 is the average based on what I remember from their social media presentations, but 6 staff per team. And McKay has the disc nearing midfield. McKay gets again back to middle. Motions for the Scuba. And then really asking with the offhand for more cuts to be generated. Pankhurst to Riley. Gets Gow on the up line, or the upfield chisel. Riley Across with the blades. Pankhurst to Riley again, navigating the zone here. Patience is virtuous against these zones. There's always something open if the throws can access. Nice catch there. And there's the turn, the high pass count. Makes things difficult. Great catch by Cheska Weddle. Opens the arm. I think it's too far. It is just. Sideline was catching up quickly there. All the way across. Nice connection there. Hits Gao. Bailey goes to the other sideline for Nguyen. Bailey again quarterbacking the offense here. Center handler for the Stingrays. Gao and Bailey again. Oh, and a bobble again, the pass count getting up, and the potential for error increasing with each new one. LMU get away with one, their zone working efficiently against the youth. And in for a goal, LMU charge ahead and put another one on. So it looks like we've got another break here. I didn't see the timeout, but we are amidst a timeout. My bad. It's halftime. It's 8-2, of course. We will take a short break for the half. And we don't want you to take any breaks. You guys stay with us. Stay connected. Stay with ULTI.TV as long as you possibly can. And we'll be back with more action from London Invite. 8-2 LMU. Big lead on the Stingrays, the Australian under-24 contingent. Using this to sharpen up before they go down to Spain. The LMU zone has been causing all sorts of problems for the Stingrays. So we'll see if they've made adjustments. I'd like to see them taking a few more risks, which sounds awkward with, sounds wrong with the amount of advice, but they are going hyper-conservative zone attacking. Their pass count is exceptionally high, and while they look poised and patient, the higher that pass count gets, the more likely an error to come. And it has proven that the Stingrays can throw 10 and 20 and 30 passes in these possessions, but in doing it each time, they are gambling with the error to come. It can come on, a light gripped throw, a slippery finger, and again, the assurance of completions always hangs on the balance. When you rely on so many, it hangs on the balance with lower percentages. LMU start the second half on O, and that one slips through the clutches of Gainey. Oh, and that one off the wrist. Kim can't handle. Thompson. High throw and an exchange of turnovers to open the second half. And was there a foul there? That's what the conversation's about. And it was still attached to her hand. She did really try and throw that backhand on the forehand side twice. And I think, it was connected, but I also think she let go and it wasn't smacked out because of the block. I do like that block being credited and sent into the corner for the goal. LMU pouring it on, 9-2. Another look at that one, and again. Nice catch and throw by Bevan.
Team discs and dinner tokens are still to be collected from the balcony meeting room. Head up onto the balcony to the right-hand side of the meeting room to collect your team discs and dinner tokens.
Coach Jansen remaining patient as he does, even while his team goes into a significant deficit, 9-2. He'll stay poised, continue to make adjustments, find things that work, and that really is the best way. On the pickup. Doan, ooh, requires a layout, gets a layout. And Lee was asking for the Cuts to stay back as they look again at the LMU zone. Lee pops forward, quickly moved. Here's some movement out of the Stingrays. Bit of pace. Are there throws open in the backfield? That's what I'm looking for now, because they are still just taking the lateral spaces right in front of the disc. Lee looks upfield, and Lee's shown she's got the throws to go over top of a zone. She does center again. Doan. A nice catch there to keep it alive by Jiang. And the Stingrays proved me wrong and walk one in. High pass count. Take their time, patience, take what's available in front of the disc, and do things the conservative and perhaps more efficient way. You know, maybe that is where my coaching would be. Crack the clipboard over the knee. Say, this isn't working, let's try something different. But Anson Chen keeps his calm, tells the team to keep doing it the way they have been, and it will come and it will work, and that time, indeed it did. I've only cracked a few clipboards over my knee in my time bench bossing, but I definitely have. Here's the pull. Looks good. It will roll out of bounds, but gets great distance before it does. That's a great pull by Bailey. Thompson has an unguarded centering handler to throw to get the possession going after the great pull, and almost negating Douglas. Alperin. Gainey leads for goal, and it's just too far for Thompson. And Stingrays will get the disc again. Bailey from her own end. Fires up the line and gets a reception. Stingrays now bounce it past half. The next throw too high off the hands of Botham Clark. But gifted right back. Bailey picks up, sends for goal. The chase is on and can't be collected. Miranda Wang gets a hand to it but cannot clutch it. Jenna Thompson will bring in the disc. High release by Weddle. And up the line, knocked away. Throw was behind the intent. Stingrays at the midfield. Newen to Bailey. McKay, rather. Leads around. Nice throw. Ung takes McKay on the up line and bounces off the hands. LMU, Weddle throws the body again. Chips forward. And the throw for goal bounces in and out of the hands of Maeta. And another turn. We'll see another chance for the Stingrays. Just about to tick into the 1 hour mark here. That says 10 minutes left in this game. 70-minute time slots. If it's within 1, we will +1 to the higher score and play to that as a hard cap. If it is not, it's finish the point and game over. Stingrays would have a lot of work to do to get into a situation where they can extend. That one low, and everybody wonders, as do I. I thought it was down, and they all agree. I got Liam Grant rocking into the commentary booth here before his first game of the day. We're gonna mic him up and say hi. How you doing, Liam?
Top of the morning to you, Steph. How are you getting on?
Oh, you know, loving it here in London. Liam shows up, and look at the sun coming out now.
That's it.
Those the two things must be connected. But we got a nice game here. LMU have been very strong, showing a zone to the Stingrays, and Stingrays have shown their difficulties navigating, but sharpening up as the game goes on. Pankhurst now goes back. McKay puts it up the line, and Newen. McKay in the backfield, of course, in this transition. We see LMU playing match, and that one gets away.
We've seen Stingrays playing a lot of that kind of offset vertical stack to initiate. LMU surrounding around it. Does feel like a young team playing a Masters team here in terms of tactics. LMU trying to use their minds to get the blocks.
Yeah, and the Stingrays will, of course, hope that they've got that youth exuberance and athleticism to try and negate. But right now it is the experience that is leaning superior. What game have you got first up, Liam? After we'll get to the end of this one together. But
we have an Aussie doubleheader. After Stingrays, the Iguanas are up next. So if you're an Aussie fan, be sure to tune in for that. Going up against Chevron.
And for the whole next round schedule, we won't go through the whole day's schedule because so much. But next round, Clapham taking on Is No Good. Canada under 24 taking on Blueprint, and right here on this field with Liam Grant and Gigi Morrison, as he mentioned, the Goannas and Chevron. So we'll hope you'll be with us for all the action. It'll be hard to take in this whole weekend's action, but we have confidence you can do it. Let's see if we have, or if the Stingrays have the same confidence to find the end zone now. McKay tries to do it in one. Hell off the left hand. Unable. I liked that throw, actually. It looked very good, but unable to make the play at the other end.
Just a bit too casual with the catch there, and I like that shot from the Stingrays twice now. I think we've seen them at this point have good deep shots, but there is a bit of a wind, so you do feel like you want to try and get two hands and throw your body at it. Good option though from the Stingrays. They're staying positive out there. LMU setting up in a split stack here.
Rising count, doesn't matter. Maeta gets it. She opens the arm. Weddle on the sideline, collects with a clap. Then sends with a very similar throw, and it's Bevan in the end zone. LMU continue to pour it on. 10-3. Counter attack was potent.
Brilliant stuff from LMU. Working it down that far sideline with those continuation backhands. I like their initiation play, the split stack, but again, going downwind, you kind of want to throw it to the end zone pretty quick, make it hard for the Stingrays. Stingrays kind of going upwind that last point. And a big old buttery biscuit here. And a great read by Bevan, is it?
Yes.
So we'll be seeing both Bevans on this field today.
Chevron coming up next. Matt Bevan, one of the strongholds there.
Yeah, but LMU still one of the best teams in the UK. This is part of that golden generation of, you know, many ICNE players and others from times gone by when UK women's teams were the powerhouses. But LMU still hanging there.
Yeah, for sure, for a Masters team. I mean, I feel like they have a chance to take UK Nationals every year, still are in the conversation. You know, maybe whole tournament-wide, it gets tougher for them, but to be able to take any single game, certainly a UK competition, but really across Europe, like they've got it as much as they need on that roster to take a game from anyone. Yeah, they are a Masters team, playing whole tournaments, whole seasons. Gets a little trickier for sure, but they're managing to do it, and they're in the hunt more often than not.
This is a tough battle for the Stingrays. We see Nathan Kowalovic, as I call him.
Wow, did you see him in Australia or
Yeah.
something?
I started calling him Nathan Kowalovic after seeing Australian as a resemblance to a koala, which he appreciated.
Yeah.
I really want him to do a T-shirt with his logo, his hat logo, being worn by Koala, Nathan Kowalovic.
All right, and you've pitched it to him, surely.
Yes.
As the Stingrays go up and over Lee on the reception. Lee's shown some great big throws in this game, but this time takes the chisel shot forward. Lee and Lee exchange receptions. And the Stingrays charge towards the end zone. Get a hand on it, and the goal. That's Buxer. And Stingrays make it 10-4. Roger that.
Fantastic goal from the Stingrays. We saw LMU coming out in a zone there, kind of a forced middle, bit of a box zone. And you can see LMU have no intention of chasing these young. To attack that front corner, goes for it a second time and throws herself around like a big sack of spuds and gets the goal for Australia. So again, this is a great test for the Stingrays. They'll be looking at Logroño next week.
As you and I will be too, Liam. Excited to be here, of course, living in the present, most certainly, but more World Championship action coming up in just a week's time. Love the youth division, and under 24 is kind of the most matured of the youth division. It really is I love it. It's just a big hit out of youth excellence. It's really a good look at the future of the sport.
I feel like half of Australian Ultimate is here in London today with the Crocs, the Goannas, the Stingrays. All the coaches here is always Anson Chun on the...
And the blue bottles.
On the blue bottles, yeah. Is there anyone left in Australia? Did anyone turn the lights off before they left? Or?
There's a few back there still, I'd say.
If you're back in Australia now and you're a Frisbee player, it means you're rubbish at Frisbee.
Liam Grant with the hot takes, as always.
If you haven't made any of these teams.
Well, I mean, a lot of them, there's limitations on age. If you haven't made the...
So you're old and rubbish, right?
Yeah. If you haven't made the Crocs, you're definitely rubbish. That is a hot take. But I'll take it. And... Ooh, floaty, but works to Shears, and in the middle there's a travel call, but it'll be negated. A stall out called. That may come into play.
We'll see. Looks like it's going to be discussed and possibly contested. Again, LMU playing a kind of a junky defense this time out and just suffocating the Goannas at times. Not really getting a chance to isolate receivers downfield. Some great gesticulation here from both players. Whoever gesticulates the best wins, right?
Yeah, we were talking about some of this yesterday. Derbs was saying if two players end up on the ground, whoever stays on the ground longest wins. We're going to hit our 70-minute mark right now, so I do believe that once this point is over, the game will be over. That is the way it should come into play. Jack Singleton happy to fall on the sword there. Australia and rubbish at Frisbee. On you, mate.
Time has ended. Time has ended.
The official horn sounds like Amelia Durbin making an announcement. And that throw not going to make it back in. Whole bunch of incorrect edge on it. LMU, can they finish things off with a score here? Alperin goes to center, hits, toe down, and that's a game. LMU take the first round here from London Invite with a commanding performance. 11-4 over the Stingrays, Liam. Good game for LMU, and of course learning for the Stingrays. They've got a lot to learn still, and they'll have 2 more games today to see if they can right the ship and perhaps make their way into a semi tomorrow.
Fantastic performance from LMU. Georgie Hill putting the icing on the cake here. Brilliant inside shot from Alperin. And just a tactical masterpiece, I think, from the Masters themselves. Realizing that they don't really want to play match defense against these young Australians. There's a lot of good zoney looks, good switching, good communication on the field. And with a strong breeze, the Australians struggled at time to execute their throws. And look, they'll learn a lot from this game, which is why they're here. The real battle for them is in Spain in a week's time, but plenty to learn, and I'm sure they'll bounce back as the tournament goes on.
We'll hope for that. And as we said, stay tuned. Up next, another Aussie youth team, the Goannas, taking on another British, well-seated in the community team, Chevron Action Flash. That's next. For the ULTI.TV crew and Liam Grant, I've been Stefan Pazzo. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
ULTI.TV.